Aroostook County takes up a little more than 21% of Maine's total area, making it the biggest county in the state. It's actually larger than Connecticut and Rhode Island combined, but for its size, there are not a lot of people living there.
The most recent U.S. Census shows Aroostook County has the most significant population decline out of Maine's 16 counties in the last decade. Our Handy Ashivi has been working to find out why and what can be done to reverse the trend.
According to the U.S. Census, the county has lost around 6.5% of its population in the last 10 years and close to 10% over the last 20 years. Last time I visited Aroostook County, I asked every person I interviewed, who all had a wide variety of backgrounds, if they are noticing their towns changing regarding population.
Oh, yeah, it's concerning, obviously.
I found that, of course, people are not having the number of children they used to have years ago.
I don't lay awake at night thinking about it, but there's not a day that goes by I don't think about it, because it impacts schools directly.
It's not a good thing.
It's a catch-22 situation. There are no easy answers for that one.
It scares me for the future of Aroostook County. We've done things correctly. We've raised our kids, we've educated them, sent them off to college, and they aren't coming home.
But it is a long way from large cities, and it's always going to be a challenge.
Yeah, that's out-migration is really hurting this area bad.
I'm sad to see the numbers dwindling, because now that I'm here and integrated, like, I see the beauty and the draw and the value.
Well, obviously it's disturbing. It's been on a downward trend, I think, since the 80s. And then in the 90s, when Loring Air Force Base closed, that was when we took a huge, 10,000 people left the county.
Clearly a lot of back and forth about what has happened to the population in the county. Census data shows the population decline started in the 1960s and accelerated in the 1990s when the Loring Air Force Base closed. Another factor is that the number of young folks in the area is not the same.
Growing up in Fort Fairfield, we were graduating classes of 70, 80, 90 kids. Last year was 22.
Former superintendent of schools in Caribou, Tim Doak, strongly believes the decline in population sends ripples across the county. A smaller workforce, loss of businesses, and fewer students in schools. So how can that be turned around?
I really think we need to promote the area that, one, the schools are small and they're like private schools. We know everybody by first name. We know their mom and dad by first name. Low crime rate. We have a very low crime rate in Aroostook County compared to the rest of Maine. And the rolling hills and the beauty that you saw when you drove up here today. Those are the three factors I think that would sell any region.
When I first came here, 70% of the students, I would say, were from Aroostook County. Now, we're looking at pretty soon a majority of our students are from out of state at this institution.
UMaine Presque Isle President Ray Rice says the institution changed what it offers to students during his 25-year tenure.
We wanted to ensure that we had programs that are important to Aroostook County and important to the infrastructure and the communities here, because we know we need to be a vibrant and important part of the infrastructure of Aroostook County.
The university also added programs students can take fully online. Rice says that has helped keep enrollment numbers up, and UMaine Fort Kent reports the same change with the same results. The catch is, those students don't end up living in the county. So how can we attract more students and young adults to come and stay in the area? Well, Maine Senators Susan Collins and Angus King say it's all about getting the word out. They say northern Maine is a place where you don't have to sacrifice community to find opportunities.
Aroostook County is a microcosm of Maine, where our principal problem historically has been location, geography, far away up the upper right-hand corner of the country. But we're moving into a time, and that's why I keep coming back to broadband, where for the first time in history, you can work where you live instead of having to live where you work. And that means that the nice places ultimately will win. Aroostook County is a really nice place. It also has a secret quality that isn't all that well known, even in the rest of Maine. It's a real community.
One thing that is a big advantage that Aroostook has over most of the rest of the state is you can still afford to buy a home there, and that's a big plus as well. A lot of it is dispelling the myth that there aren't jobs in Aroostook County. There are jobs. There are very good jobs. The small communities where there's a sense of neighbor caring for one another. And that, to me, is what makes the county so special.
Senators King and Collins say regrowing Aroostook County's population is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Coming up, I'll introduce you to the people behind Aroostook Partnership and what this nonprofit organization is doing to help get people back to the county. Hannah Yeshivi, News Center, Maine.